So you're going to find 5% of 600.
5, yeah, 100%, 100%.
Do you want somebody to write for you and you can talk? Who's got good,
Wait, never
can
mind.
you write on that, Angel? So tell them.
So I did 100% of 600 is 600.
Okay.
I just said no,
So 100% is 600, 600.
and then I did 50% is 300
And how did you get that?
because I just divided it in half because 50% is half of 100.
Right. And so, Angel, he divided it by 2, so you want to show what he's talking about. So divide by 2, right? Then what?
Then
You have to get to 5%.
so 5, you can just divide 50 by 5 because it's
So show 50 divided by 5.
which is 30.
50 divided by 5?
No, I was kidding. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
So you're dividing by 5, right?
Yeah, I was dividing it by 5.
So when you divide 50 by 5, what do you get?
50. No, 10.
10. It's almost harder to answer questions when you're in front of the class. And if you divide 300 by 5, what do you get?
30.
By 5?
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, it's 300. It's 6.
60.
600.
You're right, 60. So it was 10 on the top and 60 on the bottom. When you guys get in front of the class, it's always harder to answer questions. Okay, so you're close. Now 5%.
I'm going to divide it by 2 because 10 divided by 2 is 5.
So divide by 2. No, divide by 2. $60 divided by 2, right? 30. So your final answer is, so 5% of 600 is what? 30. Okay, who can do that differently? Devin.
No. I have a good way. My mom taught me since she works at a restaurant.
Okay, should I erase this?
Do you think I can maybe do number 2?
Yes.
So how you would get that is.
Can you hang on for a minute? Let's do this one more way.
Okay.
I'm gonna erase it so go sit down and you'll come up in a minute.
Okay.
So let's do it a different way, Jack.
So and so you can divide it by 20. So you can divide this by.
I can write. You can tell me what to write.
You divide it by 20.
Oh, right. Divide by 20?
Yeah, to get 5.
Okay, so he's going
So that puts 5 up there and it's 30.
he went right to it. Okay, you can do that. Same answer. What else would you do, Lindsay? You want to do a different way? So, what else could you do?
So I divided by 10 first.
Okay.
You get 60, and then you can just divide by 2.
Okay, so before we go on, we just did that problem 3 different ways. How many people were stuck last night? Be honest, raise your hand. Does that help?
Yeah, I get it now.
Can you think, so the idea is to do little steps. So Devin, I think there's so many ways to do percents. Right now, since we're teaching just this one method, I'm trying to get everybody to kind of be able to use the ratio table. I might hold off on seeing your example until we go through this page. Okay? Just because right in the middle of new learning, it's confusing if we switch like methods. Okay, so hold on to your method for a minute, and at the probably at like 3:15 we'll have time to listen to a second method. Okay, next. So Jack already came up. You want to do 110? Number 2? Yeah. What's the question? 30 times 5? No. Well, let's just do a few more and then ask the question again. Maybe you'll answer it by watching. So we're going to get 15% here.
Okay.
So what's your 100%?
So 100% and then
Do you want me to write for you?
yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's okay. It is weird. Just tell me what to write.
Okay. So I did 100 on the top and then 120 on the bottom. And so the first thing I did was divide by 10.
So divide by 10, and I get what?
10 and 12.
Right?
Then I multiplied it by 3, and I got 60 and 45. I mean, no, wait, 30 and 36. I was looking.
So stop for a minute. That's a great idea. Look what he did. He went all the way to 30 because he's going to do what next? Divide by 2. $18. So your final answer is 15% of 120. Good job, Jen.
Oh, on the bottom.
Oh, divide by, you said 2. I wrote the wrong thing. So do you see what he did? He went up to 30. That works. Is that helping? You want to try one shot? Come on up. You can do it. We'll skip that one. This one's a little easier. Try 4. So start with percent and total. Label your columns. Right, 100% of 110 is 110. Can you get 10%?
Why did you get 10? Isn't it 20?
Yeah, you could go to 20, but why not? But what would you do?
Okay, so
Right. So the reason I was asking if you could go to 10 is because it's quick and easy.
Yeah, multiply it by 2 to get 20.
Right. Yeah. Jack, you want to do 3?
Yep.
So what's your final answer there, Sean? 20% of 110 is?
22.
Right. Get in the habit, you guys, of writing out your final answer. Because sometimes you end up with a whole table of stuff and you don't even know what it is. Go. Corey, are you done with the whole worksheet? I would turn around and listen then. You were gone? Still listen. I'll get you one. I'll get you guys one. Say that again. I was talking, Jack. So 100%.
Divided by 5. you'll get 20 up here and 15 down here.
Good.
And then I divided this by 20. So this is 1, and then it's
So you went all the way down to 1, huh? Okay. I bet you could make it easier than doing long division.
Equals 7.5. Put 7.5 down here. And then
Oh, that's not quite right. Look where your decimal is.
0.7.
Yeah.
Then we multiply it by 15. And then it becomes 0.2.
But you really can't do that in your head, right? You must have done scratch work. Right. Which is correct. So his answer is correct, but let's try to make it easier, you guys. So his answer was 11.25. Here's what I would say, Jack. You're pretty quick with the long division, so you can do that, but I think you're making it harder than it has to be. So what if you just went to 10? Half of 20. What's half of 20? 10, right? What's half of 15?
7.5.
7.5. And then I could just go to 5. Because it's easier to divide 7, like think of $7.50. It's easier to divide that in half. Because half of $7 is $3.50, right? And think of money, and half of 50 cents is 25. So you really could do more in your head. And then you could do 15% by adding the columns. How many people did 15% that way? How many? So what are you doing, like the rest of you guys? So this would be 750 plus 375. This is where, so he was correct. But he's doing long division and multiplication. We want to avoid that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Lindsay?
I even skip the 20 over 15 because if you just divide by 10, you'll get 10 over, and then you just move the decimal point 1 back. So it's 10 over 7.5.
Say it all a little slower. I lost you somewhere.
So I just divided by 10. And
Tell me where you divided by 10.
100.
Okay, I'm going to erase this. We're going to, yes, that will work nicely also. So you have 100%. And then look at what she's saying. She's just making this so easy. No stuff off the side. 10% is 7.5. And then 5% is half of 7.5. And then just add to get 15%. And maybe then you might have to do a little bit of stuff, but you want to minimize the amount of scratch work here. So, Charlie, how did you do this problem?
So I took 100 over 75 and divided it by 10 to get 10 over 7.5. And then I multiplied it by 3.
I love that idea.
30 over 22.5.
Right, look. So that's going to 30 is a good idea too. So I'm just catching up with you, even though the other way worked well. He went to 30. That's a good idea. And that gives you 15, right?
And then, well, then you divide by 2.
And then you divide by 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have written times 3 there. Oops, I messed up. I have to say I was a little distracted by the jumping entrance, which was amazing, Jack. Okay. So when you multiply by 3, you get 20 what?
22.5.
Yes, 22.5, and then you divide it by 2. And you get 11.25. So, do you see the difference? This is really better. It's not wrong what you did, and I don't mean like what you did was bad, but this is going to be better for you. You'll be quicker. It's easier. Right, we want to keep it easy. Ellie, do number 5? Come on up. Do you have all your work done, sir? No, then I wouldn't be talking. I would be listening to Ellie.
So, for number 5,
Percent in total.
so I did,
You getting this better?
so I did 100 divided by 5. And that's 20. And then 85 divided by 5 is, it's 17.
Yeah.
And then, so 17.
So 17 is your answer, right? What if you can't do the division quickly enough? What could you do instead, Richie?
Oh, that you wanted to work.
Oh, no. I meant, that was good. So because Ellie's math skills are great, she can just divide 85 by 5. But not everybody can do that. Or not everybody wants to do that. So what's another way? Want to try another way, Richie? What have we been doing? So Ellie's right. I'm going to erase Ellie just to go to another way. What could you do? Any suggestions? Take a guess. Jack, what would you do? This way. Make it easy. Can you go to 10?
Yeah,
And you just get 8.5. Don't be afraid of decimals, you guys. Dividing by 10 is easy. And then you have to get to 20, so what do I have to do? 17. 17, you get there, you just double, right? Don't be afraid of the decimals. Jimmy? Yes, come do number 6. Oh, let's not do it the hard way. Do it the easy way. Think of an easy way. Can you think on the spot?
well, I don't know any other easy one. I just divided 100 by 4.
By 4? It is a little hard. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. What about 2 and 2? Would that make it easier?
So,
Yeah, why not? Same idea, right?
So then I did
100 over 90. And divide it by 2. That would be 45.
Do you guys see what he did? He divided by 2.
And then if you divide by 2 again,
Right.
this would be 45.
What's half of 40?
It would, well, 20.
And what's half of 5?
So
22.5. Good. And the last one was actually, Scout, you want to do that?
no, I just got a question.
What was the question?
You're Could you just do, like, could you just divide it by 2, all the way down?
You mean on this problem or in general?
Just in sync.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to get to. You know, so I suppose if you were trying to get to 50 or 25, that would work. But then if you divide it again, you get 12 and a half, so it depends on if you want 12 and a half. Bella? Yes, I had to change it because I think your worksheet says 25%, right? Well, we'll get to that on a different day.
So first we divide it by 10.
So start with 100%.
So we divide it by 10. And then I divide it again, but by 2. And I got 5.5. Then I multiply it by 5.
So you have to do some scratch work. Okay, that works. It's not a lot of scratch work though, is it? Some people can, right? Mhm. So that would work. 27.5? Good. So then your answer is, whoops, 25% of 110 is 27.5.